Hey, what's up guys? Brandon here for RC Nightmare, and today I'm giving you our second tutorial on the Savage Flux XS. Last time I showed you guys how we upgraded the shocks. These are the nice Proline Power Strokes. We got them all the way around, front and rear. We like these a lot. They're really good adjustability, they're extremely durable, really smooth action, great tunability to try to get this thing up to its full potential. We weren't too happy with how it handled right out of the box. It had some issues, so we're trying to give it a second chance by throwing some upgrades at it. So the second thing we're going to do today is steering upgrade. We want to get rid of these tiny little stock tires. They kind of don't do it justice. You know, they're a little small, a little underwhelming. We're going to go with some bigger tires from Proline, but before we do that, we need to upgrade the steering servo. This is the stock servo out of this truck. It's a plastic gear. It's really nothing fancy. It is waterproof, as is the rest of the truck, so we know we need to replace it with something that's waterproof. Its downside is the power and speed. I mean, it might have 40 ounce inches, maybe. It wasn't even enough to steer the truck under power. That's kind of something that led to our frustration with it, even with the small tires. So we need an upgrade, and because there's not a whole lot of waterproof options out there, we opted to go with the Traxxas 2075 waterproof digital servo. That servo is a little bit faster. It's got about 4 times the torque of this one, 3-4 times the torque. So I'm going to show you how we installed it. The beauty of this thing is it looks like it would be hard to get to the servo, but they made it fairly easy. On this side of the truck we have this mock battery cover here that actually covers up the motor and the servo. There's just 2 screws that hold it on, one right here. I'm going to back out real quick, and then one right here. I'm going to finish backing out. You get these 2 screws off. This plate just pops right off and exposes the servo. So there you can see how it looks like when it is installed. That's the Traxxas, again, 2075. And from this angle, we can get to the servo mount screws. There's just 4, same tool here. It's a 2mm 5/64 Allen. You back out the 4 and pop in the new one. Make sure that when you're putting in a new servo, you're always turning on the radio system first and centering trims. So on the opposite side of this truck, we remove the real battery cover, and you can see, and I'll give you a close-up of this little access hole right here that lets you get at the servo horn. And so you want to turn on the radio first, make sure you center your trims, plug in the servo, and then install the servo horn to make sure that you're not putting it clocked over, you know, maybe 20-30 degrees over, so you can't use your trims to center it. You want to get it as close to center right away. I'll give you a close-up of that, of course. So I got my steering knuckles centered. I put the arm on. I had my radio on already. And so now I know that it's set up and I can use trims to just fine-tune that little bit of wander that we might get out of it. So that's the servo install. There's really nothing to it. As you can see, you pop off the cover, pop in the new servo. Beauty of this truck, they did make it easy to get to that, so we'd love to see that. Tire upgrades. Here we have the Proline. These are the Basher 2000s with their 2.2 black beadlock rims. These are true beadlocks. We thought this combo looked pretty sick. It's got a really nice look to it. If you compare this to the stock setup, it's just a little bit bigger. I'll back this off so you get a little better view of that. Got a lot more ground clearance. They're just a little bit wider, not a whole lot, but we got a lot more meat, and we're hoping this thing will behave more like a monster truck. Should be able to do some pretty sick backflips, standing backflips, just a lot of tumbling around. There's a lot of mush here, a lot of tire to play with, so again, we can hit up some pretty rough terrain and hopefully it'll take it on no problem. The beauty of these tires and the tire and rim combos, there's no gluing because it's a true beadlock, so you just set it on, and then the center hub is that oversized axle hole so that it fits right over these special 12mm wheel adapters. They have that little lip on them that's going to fit right into that and gives this thing just a great look. So you pop that on. Proline gives you the washers to go over the nut. And check that out. That's a little better than what she used to look. This is kind of the wimpy. Now we have much bigger, beefier tires. We're going to do a new running video with the Proline shocks, tires, and rims, the Traxxas upgraded servo, and right now we still got the stock motor and ESC. We're going to have to make sure that we gear down the motor and ESC now because we have bigger tires on here. We don't want to overheat it. We had overheating issues with the stock setup, so I want to make sure that I'm probably going to drop the pinion count, maybe 4 teeth, and maybe up the spur if I got that option. And that will give us a lot of torque, less heat, and tons of runtime. So thanks for watching this video, guys. If you have any comments, post them on down below. While you're at it, check out our website. It's rcnightmare.com. Thanks again. We'll see you soon.